You've given a very interesting interview to the Danish press about Ivan Toney, basically saying it will be fun seeing him play for a top club and admitting that he will really be sold in the summer. Can you clarify?
You know, you always need to be aware of translation, okay? Danish, English. The Google Translate is not always the best. No, it's the same message I said the whole time, that I would love him to stay forever. The reality is he got 1 more year left on the contract in the summer. I think he's been pretty open about maybe playing for a top club in the future. So I guess there is a couple of scenarios. He leaves in the summer, he leaves in the winter, in a year time, or he stays until the end. And how can I say? No, if he's leaving whatever, summer, winter, or the summer after, I think it would be fantastic to see him playing for a top club.
So nothing's been lost in translation?
No.
You need him scoring, don't you? 7 defeats now in 8, and it's Wolves next. To get another match against Wolves, a 4th, in just over a month. I mean, how worried are you?
I like to win football matches. Very aware that the stats on paper are not great. We look into our performances, and especially the last 3 performances have been very positive. We've got the win over Nottingham, and then we are facing 2 of the best clubs in the world. One away to Tottenham, and home against City, the best team in the world. And both games, we're in it. We're doing a lot of things right, and we need to look into that. But we also need to look into what we need to do better. And one thing I would say that we normally been very good at is defending. It's been a big focus since I took over 5 years ago, where we were a championship team that were free floating, very good going forward, and then we kept that, and we're also very solid at the back. And we've always been that. Also been that the first 2 seasons in the Premier League. Actually, also now, because the actual thing is that we're conceding too many goals, in my opinion. But all the nice stats is also good to back up, because it's never black and white. And I think that's very important. In football, we try to do black and white, and especially the narrative out in the media, well, I like to do it black and white. But I think we are something, the 5th lowest on XG conceded, which is a number I'm happy to see. I would love to have it to the 5th least actual goals, but I think some of these things are linked. So sometimes you maybe, it's not going the right way for you, but also we need to look into what we can do to avoid goals. And I think that, for example, the 3 City goals was 3 goals we could have avoided on a top day. So we just need to hit that top level. But I think I see signs of us going the right direction. We had Reguilón playing a good game. We had Mark Flaken playing a fantastic game. We had Ben is back to his high level. Ethan is closer to his high level. Nathan is doing good. Mads Rorslev is doing well. So that's the back 5 plus keeper plus Christian. So I think there is signs that we're going the right direction. But I would love to speak to you after Saturday, and we are winning and we have a clean sheet. That would be a fantastic story.
One of the talking points from Monday night was what Neil Mopay may have said or may not have said to Kyle Walker, and lip readers have been looking at that, and they're suggesting Kyle Walker from Man City.
Yeah, you said, what do you say, lip readers?
Yeah, lip readers have been looking at that, and they're suggesting that Walker was threatening to knock Mopay out because he might have said something about his kids. Did Neil cross the line if that was true?
I don't want to go into speculation about that. For me, it's done, it's over. I don't know what they said. I don't know. Yeah, what to say about that.
Generally, though, Neil thrives on being a player who gets under the skin of opposition players. Is that fair?
You need to ask him about it. I think that's you think get you a more correct answer about that. I see a player that played a year and a half in another club, didn't score a goal basically, and now he scored 5 on a bounce for us. I think he's doing very well for us, and we're very happy with that.
Just finally for me, Thomas, the Premier League have done a survey about VAR, and some of the findings are quite interesting. They say that 96% of decisions have been correct this season. 96% have been correct. There have been 20 incorrect, and they say the areas to work on are the time taken to check and the in-stadium experience. I mean, what do you make of what they're saying?
I think I read something about it that compared to last year, it's better, right? Less mistakes, isn't that correct as well? I think I'm pretty sure that's what I read in an article. Maybe that's not as interesting to speak about, but I read that. So I think that's a plus because it's about minimizing the mistakes. And I think no matter what system we will get in the world, no matter what, there'll be made mistakes because we are working with humans. And I'm happy that we're working with human beings. I would like to get us to the highest standards, so it's really few crucial decisions that's going wrong, because we know we are there's a lot on stake in these games in any aspect. So I think we're going in the right direction. I think the time thing is a fair point. Of course, we would like it to get the best flow, but if you choose between nail it and don't make a mistake, or make it quicker, I will nail it and don't make a mistake if I choose between that. You're welcome.